watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
And you know I provide all the information every single day, weather updates, 1 Minute with Witcher, daily forecasts, access to the only 24-hour weather channel. That's right, this is East Tennessee weather when you want it and when you want to check in. And don't forget, you can always use the interactive radar to check in on the latest with the National Hurricane Center. You can check out forecast winds, which we're going to be talking about throughout the day today, and so much more with the East Tennessee weather platforms. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning? It's Tuesday, July 9th. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. How are you doing? Trying to beat the heat as best as we possibly can. It's a hot day. We'll talk about some Witcher's adventures coming up here in just a few minutes. Every day seems like it's a Witcher adventure, but if you're new to the platform, welcome to Wake Up with Witcher. Let's go ahead and get to work with the forecast here for the day today. First things first, I want to start you off with rainfall over the last 7 days. The reason I wanted to show you that, and of course I'll highlight a little bit more details to show the lack of rain that we've seen around the area. Now, over the last 24 hours, did you see the showers and thunderstorms that fired up? Yeah, well, maybe you're already in bed, and most probably really weren't affected. But down towards Cleveland and Polk County, we saw some good, solid, steady, heavy rain, and that formed at about 10 o'clock last night. Now, officially at McGee-Tyson Airport, we picked up zero, zilch, nada, nothing. Officially at the airport, same with Crossville. Chattanooga picked up 1/100th of an inch of rain, but just off to the east. We saw a lot more than that, obviously. I just showed you that. And look at that temperature in Chattanooga. Made it to 100 degrees yesterday. 96 was the high temperature yesterday in the Knoxville area. So definitely another hot day. All right, that trend continues. So as we highlight temperature changes from yesterday morning, well, some areas are trending a little bit warmer than what we were yesterday morning. Not that big of a deal. Nice, warm, muggy start to the day. And it's going to continue throughout much of the day. Temperatures, as you step outside this morning, are in the low to mid 70s. So it's a warm one for sure. All right, so it's going to be another hot and muggy day with a few afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Now, if you were with me yesterday, I said the National Weather Service was talking about the possibility of issuing a heat advisory for the day today. But it doesn't necessarily look like that's going to be the case. We're going to be just shy, possibly, for the criteria for a heat advisory. It means that we need to have heat index values of 105 degrees or hotter to a certain point, and then we have an excessive heat warning type of thing. But that doesn't look like it's going to be the case today, thanks to the cloud coverage and the threat for some earlier showers. I think the showers will start to build in as we get into the lunch hour and shortly thereafter, so help you plan your day. And, of course, I'll walk you through the future cast. The heat will be, we're going to see a little bit of a break, actually, from the heat and the excessive humidity behind Barrel's cold front. Yes, we're still talking about a tropical system moving its way into the upper Midwest. The rain, well, pretty lackluster in the rainfall department. National Weather Service has been talking about it. The Climate Prediction Center has been talking about it, that the drought conditions here in East Tennessee look like they will continue to worsen over the next 2 weeks. Now, I highlight your severe weather outlook today, not because we are under a risk for severe weather, but it is in or around our viewing area. So if you happen to have travel plans over into Middle Tennessee, over into Western Kentucky, Central Kentucky, you might run into a few stronger thunderstorms, and that's associated with Beryl. Now, for us, from now through lunchtime, we'll start to see the clouds building on up. So again, I think we'll have a little bit more cloud coverage. That's what lunchtime could look like. Maybe a couple of showers starting to form. So if you have anything to get done outside, maybe the first part of the day is going to be the best time. A, because it's going to be much more comfortable. But B, because we finally have a chance for a little bit of rain. Yeah, maybe. Just a little bit. Not much. Not much. Let's shut that down. Not much. From noon to 3, we're going to see a few showers and thunderstorms start to fire up. Again, these showers will move their way from southwest to northeast out ahead of the main storm system, which is Beryl, that will continue to barrel our way. Sort of. Sorry. That was really cheesy, wasn't it? Yeah, I try my best. All right, but as we get into the 7 o'clock hour, any shower activity that does fire up today will start to wind down as we lose the daytime heating. Forecast rainfall amounts, well, some could get some decent rain. Now we've got a ton of moisture in the atmosphere to work with, and so any of the showers that do really tap into that moisture in the atmosphere will put down locally heavy rainfall, like what we saw late last night, about after 10 o'clock last night. So the forecast, as we get into the lunch hour, we're going to be in the low 90s. Forecast high temperatures back into the mid 90s, just like yesterday. But heat index values, again, similar to what we had yesterday, pushing 100 to about 105 degrees or so. So we'll see where we go and how this all plays out. Again, the National Weather Service could still issue a heat advisory for mainly the Southern Valley, I think, if we were to see one at all. But we'll just kind of see now we're going to be, it's the day of, right? So now we'll be doing some nowcasting, or they will be doing some nowcasting into the afternoon hours. But we know the heat index values are going to be with us through the evening rush hour. Temperature of 93, it's going to feel like 102. 99 is what it feels like by 8 o'clock, and even 91 by 10 o'clock here tonight. So something to keep in mind. There's the latest track from the National Hurricane Center. It's tracking to the northeast, racing right along, 23 miles per hour. It is a tropical depression. And will continue to weaken as it works its way over the U.S., over the land, as it loses its moisture source from the Gulf of Mexico, but still hanging on to quite a bit, actually. Pressure has risen, sustained winds at 30, gusting to about 40, so it is going to be rather breezy. And we'll talk about that because the wind will be affecting us right here at home as well. Now, the severe weather outlook, as I showed you locally, just is not in our area, but the greatest risk for severe storms is going to be through parts of Indiana, Illinois, and also western Kentucky. That's going to be the greatest extent for some strong to severe thunderstorms. And again, associated with this storm system, which is the remnants of Beryl. Again, causing a mess down into parts of Texas, a big old mess. My brother-in-law is a camp director at a Christian camp down into Huntsville, which is just north of Houston, Texas. And they have lost power and no water for 300 kids at camp. Nobody can use the bathroom. Anyways, I digress. Low pressure system tracks its way into the upper Midwest. Again, it just doesn't bring us a whole lot of precipitation. When you look at our rainfall forecast from now through tomorrow night, pretty lackluster here in East Tennessee. The heaviest rain is going to be from Little Rock, say up to Indianapolis, Chicago, up into Michigan as well. And that's really going to be the story with Beryl. Unfortunately, I wish we could get a little bit more. Now let's switch over to the wind aspect because the wind will be on the increase today and through the day tomorrow. So watch as the wind field moves its way across the Tennessee Valley and across much of the deep south. Not too terribly bad, but it is going to be on the breezy and gustier side. And we'll do it again throughout the day tomorrow, but the winds will shift from the southwest to the west to northwest as that center of low pressure moves its way up into Michigan and the Great Lakes area. So do anticipate a couple of breezy days ahead of us, which would help mitigate the feel-like temperatures anyways, because remember, as our bodies sweat, wind is an evaporative process, so it tries to help cool us down a little bit. But when dew points are in the low to mid-70s, it's a little bit on the tough side for our bodies to cool down. We need that drier air to really help to mitigate the heat stress on our bodies. But behind that cold front, notice our dew points. Our humidity will drop as we get into our Thursday and Friday, well, really Wednesday through the upcoming weekend. So that's going to make it feel just a little bit nicer. Now, when we combine the temperatures and the dew points, we talk heat index values. So heat index values, again, will be pushing close to 105 degrees across much of our area, but really mitigates, really drops that throughout the day tomorrow and even on into our Thursday. But notice the heat index values starting to creep in back to our west. Here they go, slowly but surely. That moisture source starts to work its way back in just a little bit. Temperatures will come up just a little bit as we get into the weekend, and that's going to leave us with heat index values again in the mid to upper 90s, both Saturday and also on into our Sunday. So it's definitely going to be another pool and lake weekend ahead of us. Enjoy it. Although the pools are like bathwater now, aren't they? All right, so when you look at your rain chances, best chance and best opportunity, how full is your glass? Brian said his glass is full every day. And I said yes with sweat. But the chances for rain are the more elevated today and then really just kind of fade away. I don't think we're really going to see much in the form of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday through Sunday. And as I mentioned, that's going to help to worsen the drought situation here around town. So make sure you stay. Let's talk temperatures here for a second. Temperatures will come down. So 94 today, heat index value pushing close to 105. Then we're going to be in the upper 80s for your Wednesday and Thursday. That's the wrong one. So at least for a couple days, right? Because as we wrap up the week and get into the weekend, while the humidity is not going to be as extreme as it is today, temperatures will be hotter. So you got to combine those two numbers to get heat index values, and that's why the heat index value will increase as we get into the weekend. Low temperatures, nice. Tomorrow morning is going to be, I take that back. Well, yeah, no, today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, I take that back. Thursday morning will be very comfortable. And then we'll stay fairly comfortable as we get into the weekend as well for those low temperatures. So again, as I mentioned earlier, just make sure if you're new to the East Tennessee Weather Platform, if you're new to Wake Up with Witcher, welcome. We've been around since October, and we're not going anywhere. So download the East Tennessee Weather app. It's 100% free. All weather should be free. You should never have to pay for a weather app. And this weather app is amazing. And let me just throw a little side story out there. That my brother-in-law sent me a picture because he is just north of Houston, Texas, and said, whoa, this thing's getting ready to move on in. And he was talking about Beryl, right? I said, wrong app, bro. Wrong app. He was using another weather app. And I said, and I gave him some ideas. I showed him how to walk through it. I sent him some screen grabs. I said, listen, I went through it. Let me just tell you what he was using. He was using WeatherBug. Now, WeatherBug's got a great weather information on it. Sure, they're huge, they're national, it's awesome, right? But their interactive radar is fairly lackluster, really, to be honest with you. It gives you 1 hour past radar, current, and 1 hour future. Okay, that sounds pretty good. But when you push play, it's like a snail. It's like tink, 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 tink. It's not very smooth. And it's really slow. I'm like, that's awful. Let me show you, brother-in-law. Here's the East Tennessee Weather app that you can use in Huntsville, Texas. And he looked at it and goes, well, that's a lot better. Right. And all the watches and warnings and all the lightning data. And he's like, all right. I just switched over. So he just switched over. I was like, come on, support a brother-in-law, bro. Come on. But he lives in Huntsville, Texas. And he's like, well, it's been wrong every day. Do you know why? Because he lives in Huntsville, Texas, and he accidentally checked Huntsville, Alabama. Oh. That's what I say to him. Anyways, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I want to talk rainfall totals here for just a second. This is a rainfall forecast from the Weather Prediction Center. This is the next 3. Here's the next 5 days. Here's the next 7 days worth of rainfall. So you can clearly see how East Tennessee is just not going to, broad brushing it, not going to get a whole lot of precipitation. Heaviest rain is going to be where Beryl moves into the upper Midwest and another low pressure system across the eastern seaboard from the mid-Atlantic down to North and South Carolina. And it does look like, as I mentioned, we will continue to see the hot weather continuing. Here's all the way through July 19th. So your 6 to 10 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. Here's your 8 to 14 day outlook. So this goes above and beyond the 7-day forecast. And yes, we're still forecasting over the next couple of weeks, extremely hot and probably on the drier side. So when you see the little green there, maybe that gives us a small percentage. These are all probabilities. This isn't precipitation totals. This is probabilities. What's the likelihood of us seeing a little bit more rain? Well, maybe we'll see a little bit more here over the next 8 to 14, 6 to 10 days, 8 to 14 days out. But as I mentioned last week, on Thursday, every Thursday, the U.S. Drought Monitor comes out. And we have that moderate drought that continues all the way from Morgan County through Cumberland, down the I-75 corridor into Chattanooga. Where we are seeing normal conditions are from just South Knoxville, Dandridge, Pigeon Forge, Maryville, into parts of Cott County, with abnormally dry conditions around that. And also the moderate drought continues to strengthen up into the Tri-Cities area. So until we get a little bit of rain, we're not going to get rid of this. And again, here's a local view from the Climate Prediction Center of our rainfall forecast over the next 7 days. Not very impressive when it comes to the rainfall over the next 7 days. How's everybody doing this morning? I saw the chat firing up as I was giving you the forecast. So good morning to Kimberly and Katrina. We got Melissa White on here. Good morning, Melissa. We've got Tammy on here. Got some great photos to share with you. Some of the Witcher Weather Watchers were posted on our private chat group. And I said, hey, upload those to the Witcher's Pictures link. So we're going to be sharing those with you here in just a moment as well. We're also talking about Witcher's Adventures. By the way, if you got the forecast, hopefully you got all the information if you're new to the platform. Now we move along and talk about some national holidays. We talk about events that are coming up and going on. We talk about adventures that we're all doing. And then we'll just kick back, relax, grab your cup of coffee, and enjoy the conversation. And remember, you don't have to be on social media. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can comment, or even Twitter, you can comment in the chat group. And I can see that, and I can put chats up on the screen like this. Like Kathleen says, good hot morning, Mike. Kathleen, are you calling me hot or are you calling the morning hot? What's going on here? What's your inflection? The kid, that's my neighbor. She's in her 70s. But grab your cup of coffee and kick back, relax, and let's have a good conversation, shall we? So my adventures yesterday, I got a lot of the work done yesterday morning. I was really tired yesterday. So after I got done with the morning broadcast, I went and herkled. Remember what that term means? I went and laid down. And I fell back asleep for about 45 minutes. I had to. I was just like, I could not keep my eyes open for some reason. Remember, I was yawning yesterday on the program. Like, what's up with that? Can't be doing that on live TV. So after that, we let's see, what did we do yesterday? We decided to take a nice little paddleboard trip out to Loudon, and the kids and I and the wife, just the family, went out and did some paddleboarding. Had a nice little contest with my kids, trying to play King of the Mountain on the paddleboards. That was fun. Took both the dogs as well with us, so that was great to get out there. Refreshing because we walked down to the lake from our house, and so it's like as soon as you get off the water, you're like, oh my gosh, it's so hot. And then that walk back to our house, we're like, oh, this is ridiculous. Went inside, took some showers, I cooked some tacos yesterday. Fired up the tacos while everyone was taking showers. And then after dinner, we went to go see Inside Out 2 last night at the Cinnabar at Westtown Mall. Saw a couple of folks that I knew walking into the mall, so it was nice to say hi to everybody. But I went and saw Inside Out 2. And if you've never seen that movie or Inside Out 1, I think it's called Inside Out. Yeah. It's about feelings, right? And it's a really cute kids movie about feelings, but there were plenty of adults in there and actually plenty of adult humor, not bad humor. Sometimes these movies add like some not bad humor, but adults can only understand. And that's kind of the general idea. So I was chuckling and laughing quite a bit through the movie because it does go into things that we understand a little bit more, I think, than kids when it comes to feelings and whatnot. But I think it's a really good movie for kids to understand that it's okay to have feelings, and we all have them, and we all have all different kinds of feelings. You can't suppress them, but how do we deal with our feelings, and how do we move forward? And I think that's the gist of the movie, and so it's a really, really cute movie if you've never seen it. Did that, came home, played a little catch football in the backyard for a minute, and then we went off to bed. That was about it. I never showed you any cameras this morning. Let's go ahead and take you outside and show you some cameras around town. That's a live look there in downtown Gatlinburg. You can see, not much of a hustle and bustle so far this morning, but that's obviously going to be increasing throughout the day today. Big old population, obviously, with the summertime vacationers in Sevier County. Good morning, Union County, right there from the Union County Courthouse and City County building, looking off to the south and southeast. You can see how the clouds are moving right towards the camera, so again, that's the direction that the storms will be coming from. Fox Road Marina, great boat weather on the way, great lake weather, great pool weather, good weather to get out and enjoy and try to break the heat by getting into the water. And the water feels really nice right now in Lake Loudon. We'll also show you what it looks like from the East Tennessee weather camera. And again, you can see just a few clouds hanging out with us here this morning. But the clouds will be on the increase throughout the day today. Good morning, Kat and Kimberly. We got Debbie on here. Good morning, Debbie. How are you this morning? I also have some great photos. So again, like I mentioned from, let's see. So we've got a great photo from Ross. Ross is in Myrtle Beach, and he sent this one through the Witcher's event, the Witcher's Weather Watchers. Remember, we have Witcher's Weather Watchers. Here's a great sunrise. From Myrtle Beach. Look at that. He's sitting right on the beach. That's amazing, Ross. Amazing. Look how nice and calm the ocean looks right now. Doesn't it make you want to go to the beach right now? Thanks a lot, Ross. Brian said, Brian also, Witcher Weather Watcher, said he uploaded one, and I do not see it yet. We had a great one from Beth Cresswell. How about this? Awesome photo. That is amazing right there. Beth's just knocked it out of the park with that one. She says Saturday night sunset over the Tennessee Valley as seen from the Foothills Parkway. Gotta love our sunrises and sunsets. You have more moisture in the atmosphere. The sun angle goes down, and you get a lot more reds and yellows and oranges. Had another great one coming in from, this one is going to be from Jimmy Tucker, Wild Skies in Maryville tonight. He says, Wild Skies in Maryville tonight. That, it looks amazing. Look at that view right there. Isn't that great? Storms over in North Carolina, the upper level winds blowing up those clouds in the form of just some high wispy cirrus clouds. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. That's a great view for sure. Let's see. We had Melinda Buck says, I wanted to share these beautiful clouds with you. Let me throw these on the screens for you. Here's some cool views. So this is from Melinda Buck. And she says, I'd never seen anything quite like them. They are all going different directions. I tried to upload a video but wasn't successful. This photo was very pretty though and taken on July 6th. So just a few days ago. So the clouds move in different directions based on the upper level winds. That's what I love about it. Low level clouds will move in different directions sometimes than the mid level clouds, which sometimes move in a different direction than the upper level clouds. And it's all based on wind speeds through the upper parts of the atmosphere. Eli, who also is a Witcher weather watcher, taken this one. This is a great little sun. I think, let's see what he says on this one. He says sunset in Churchill, Tennessee. That's a great one for sure. That's in Hawkins County. That was taken on 9:02 on 7/6. So great one from Eli. And Brian's photo from this morning just came in. Sunrise at the Ice Chalet. You want to beat the heat? Go do some ice skating. How about this one? This is a gorgeous sunrise this morning from East Tennessee. Right there from the Ice Chalet. Good job, Brian. Hands down to everybody posting photos through the Witcher's Pictures link in the East Tennessee Weather app. Love sharing those with you early in the morning. By the way, checking that time so you don't run late. It is now 7:22. And you know what that means? It's time to switch gears. It's time to switch gears and talk about today's national holidays. There's nothing going on in traffic. It's really loud. Nothing going on in traffic-wise. So again, as we get back into the school season, traffic and volume will pick back up. And you know, I will give you all the traffic and weather updates to get you out the door every single morning. And again, if you are due to Wake Up with Witcher here this morning, saw several new ones on here. Don't forget that Wake Up with Witcher starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday, unless there's a holiday, but I'll let you know when we're not going to have that. All right, let's talk about today's national holiday, shall we? We only have a couple of them. It's National Dimples Day. Do you have a dimple? I do. Right there. You know, somebody told me as a little kid, they said, that's, you know what that is? I said, yeah, it's a dimple. My dad has the same dimple. My dad and I have the exact same chin. Thanks a lot for the chin dimple, Dad. Or maybe his ancestors as well. I don't know. Anyways, somebody told me as a little kid, they're like, that's God's fingerprint. You push right there because you were special. I am special in so many other ways. Goofy special is what I am. It's Cow Appreciation Day. We were driving down the street the other day, and my kids were like, look at all the cows. It's like, yeah, buddy, there are cows all over East Tennessee. So it's National Appreciation Cow Day. Go do some cow tipping tonight. I kid. Don't do that. And it's National Sugar Cookie Day. You a big fan of sugar cookies? I'm not so much sugar cookies, and I don't like the frosting that goes on top of it. But if you added some cinnamon to it, now you got yourself a nice little snickerdoodle. Now that is one of my favorite cookies. Well, that was fairly lackluster. Not much in the form of national holidays today. So there's that. You love cheesy Witcher? I am cheesy. But it's not National Cheese Holiday today. Sorry, Julie. Marianne, you and me both, my friend. You and me both. Actually, my neighbor cuts my yard, and we actually saw him and his family at the mall yesterday when we went to go see the movie last night. We were just chit-chatting because we had a few minutes before the movie started. And he's like, so you probably don't need me to come mow your yard, do you? I said, no. He goes, I skipped last week because it wasn't long. I was like, you're probably going to have to skip maybe 2 more weeks because there's no need to mow if you're just going to mow dry dirt. Right? Right. Yeah, so tomorrow night, by the way, if you're on the East Tennessee weather platforms right now, tomorrow night, as you can clearly see back behind me, Yeehaw Brewing Company presents WDVX Summer Nights Americana and Bluegrass Summer Nights Concert Series. So if you go to easttnweather.com or through the East Tennessee Weather app, you can see the rundown and the list and the dates that this concert series is happening. So just click on that link, and I'll do that right now for you, because if you click on the link, it takes you right to their platform and lets you know that July 10th, that would be tomorrow night, I will be broadcasting live from Yeehaw Brewing Company right around 5 to 5:30-ish or so. Try to get people to come on down. If you love bluegrass, if you love live music, if you love Americana music, tomorrow night is Poe Ramblin' Boys and Wyatt Ellis and Alex Leach duo. And of course, Yeehaw Brewing Company is this morning's Wake Up with Witcher sponsor leading up to the event. And again, I'll be broadcasting live, so join me on Facebook. I will be on the Mike Witcher TV Facebook page. I don't have enough bandwidth out in the field to be able to populate all the East Tennessee weather platforms. Unfortunately, I just don't. But, listen, technology is great, and I'm able to be out there live, so we'll be talking to the folks from WDVX. We'll be talking to the folks from Yeehaw, and anybody else that wants to chat with me. We'll have a nice little weather forecast. Now, again, it's going to be a little bit more refreshing tomorrow evening as the drier air starts to slowly settle in, but it's still going to be a hot summer night and a perfect night for some cold beverages and some live music. They have some great food as well, which we'll highlight on the program tomorrow night, some of the food that they do offer. So come on out and say hi to me if you're going to be out there. Don't be shy. I think Tina was out there last time. I waved to her, and she just kind of sat by herself, and I messaged her later. I said, Tina, I am so sorry. I was running around because I have to shoot some video of the event itself, and then, of course, everyone was talking to me. Plus, there was a going away party last time for one of my old producers, and so I had to chat with them a little bit. So I apologized to Tina and said, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to you as much, but she came out and joined. So Tina Fisher, thank you. Come on out again tomorrow night. We'll have more of a conversation. And it was my first live broadcast, like on the road there. So there was a little bit of, not anxiety, if you will, but, a little bit of anxiety, just trying to get everything up and running and working appropriately and efficiently, which we continue to work on every single day. So tomorrow night, the show starts at 7 o'clock at night. Yeehaw Brewing in downtown Knoxville. Just throw it in your GPS. It's the Knoxville one, not the Johnson City one, not the Pigeon Forge one, not Greenville, North Carolina one, not Nashville. It's in downtown off of Central Street. And then after tomorrow night, the next one would be August 14th and September 11th, and then October 9th. And October 9th, the Tim O'Brien Band is amazing. That's going to be a good one to go to. I don't know the other guys, but definitely fun for sure. So, Julie, are you coming tomorrow night? You going to come? Are you and Wade going to come on out and hang out with us? Mike, do I have to water my banana tree daily? I don't know. I try to take mine down. Actually, I need to cut mine down. So I do not want my banana trees. So I don't have the information on with that. Because I'm trying to get rid of my banana trees. Remember last year I posted that the banana tree was overtaking my house. Well, it's about time to cut it down before it starts to eat my house. This thing grows like gangbusters in my front yard. I've got just one, but it has grown into multiple. I don't know if they're grown from bulbs or whatever it is. They have a giant. It's not like a giant root system, but it's a giant root ball, if you will. So it's about time to take that one down. Good morning, Pat. We have Darla in the house. Darla, joining us from Chattanooga this morning. Welcome to Wake Up with Witcher. Tell me that you have the East Tennessee Weather app. Please tell me that you have the East Tennessee Weather app. If you don't have the app, let me know. I will let you know. I'll put it in the chat so you can download it efficiently and easily, or just go, if you have an iPhone or an Android, just go to your app stores and search East TN Weather, all one word. But Darla, I hope you have it. And welcome from Chattanooga. Nice to break out a little bit. Again, remember, I do cover 3 TV markets: Chattanooga, Knoxville, and Tri-Cities. So much bigger market than what I ever used to when I was in local news. And so there's a lot of folks in the Chattanooga area and also the Tri-Cities area that don't know who I am, which is A-okay. I'm okay with that. But we're breaking out in those markets, so welcome aboard, darling. I'm glad you're here. Got Joe Gleason on here. Joe, no, you're the best, buddy. When are we going flying? When are you taking me up flying? I've not been flying for a long, long time. I need to go flying with you. I just want to go up for a ride. Can we just go for a ride, Joe? Joe is also a Wake Up with Witcher sponsorship with Jiffy Lube Knoxville. So say hi to Joe, everybody. Joe, everybody, Joe. Known Joe for years, actually. I've known Joe for, geez, how long have we known each other, Joe? Like 20 years almost? Because we've got mutual friends. I like that, Kat. The glass is always refillable. Sometimes you're going to have a half-empty glass, right? I get it. And that's kind of what that movie Inside Out was all about, you know? About feelings and how we're doing and stuff like that. Ooh, the pool's about 89 to 90-ish. Brent, throw some cold water in there, man. And where's the invite? Actually, I was going to text you the other day and be like, bro, we're coming down to your pool. It's hot. I need to cool off. And your wife, by the way, Brent, is so nice. She is amazing. Hey, by the way, how is your East Tennessee weather shirt? His wife bought him an East Tennessee weather shirt for Father's Day. Pretty awesome stuff. So she came down to the house and picked it up, and hopefully you're donning that East Tennessee weather shirt. And again, remember, I'm working on merch this week, so I'll let you know by the end of the week where we kind of get with that. But more merchandise is coming to the East Tennessee weather platforms. And if you are interested in getting any sort of merchandise, remember, you can just go to easttnweather.com, and I have it right there on the platform itself. So if you go to easttnweather.com, you've got all the information at the very top. Again, the Skycam network is being worked on as we speak. But if you just click on shop, and it takes you to the East Tennessee weather shop. So we'll be adding more to this shop here soon. I am currently out of XLs and double XLs. So I've got an order in for those. I'm getting more hats in as well because I'm out of some of the hats. I do have umbrellas, and they're very large umbrellas. They protect you, right, Kimberly and Julie and whomever else has a East Tennessee weather umbrella. But also what I wanted to show you is at the very top, I have my daily blog. And so if you're interested on looking at any sort of weather data and climate data, because I put a lot of climate data, if you click on that, click on the latest one. This one's been updated this morning. So if you click on the blog, it'll take you to everything that I wrote up. So I'll give you access to downloading the apps, of course, right away. You get your almanac data from the previous day. And of course, my daily forecast weather update is right there at the top of the screen, so you can watch the video update if you want, which I go through the forecast for the day in the next 5 to 7 days, and you can get all that information. All you have to do is click on these, and if you click on them, they should open up. I don't know why they're not opening up, but my computer is locked up. Anyways, I talk about Beryl. We go into the weather prediction information. I do the Storm Prediction Center about all the storms across the country. And, of course, your 7-day forecast for all the 4 major cities in East Tennessee. Plus, how about the Climate Prediction Center looking ahead? Excuse me, the Weather Prediction Center. That would be the Climate Prediction Center, Mike. I got to fix that. And then climate data at the very bottom, where we've seen rain over the last 24 hours versus the last 7 days. How that it's affecting the U.S. drought monitor right there, 30-day past percent of normal and rainfall deficit. So if you look at the last 30 days, Knoxville's over 2 inches behind on rainfall. Chattanooga's nearing 3.5 inches. And when you look at the 30-day percent of normal, you know, that's anywhere from 15 to 20, 30% of normal. So that's a deficit. And then I also show you the year long and then your rainfall outlook for the next 7 days, which obviously is showing fairly lackluster conditions. You can see the rainfall deficit across the Southern Valley near Chattanooga. Chattanooga is about almost 18 inches behind for the year. And, of course, the U.S. Drought Monitor comes out weekly, and so that's updated on a weekly basis. So make sure you check that out every once in a while. Just go to easttnweather.com. It's a wealth of weather information. Plus, at the very top of the screen, if you go to the homepage, it opens right up to your interactive radar, current conditions, your 7-day forecast, but also, oh no, where'd my live stream go? I'll have to get that back up and running. Live stream is not showing up there for some crazy reason. Witcher's pictures, and again, just the blogs at the very bottom as well. So a wealth of weather information on easttnweather.com. If you go to your daily forecast, by the way, don't forget I do a standard traditional weather forecast. That's your extended daily forecast. But I also do a 1 minute with Witcher. If you only have 1 minute of your time, most days of the week, I try to do it every day, but most days of the week, you have a 1 minute with Witcher. It literally is it's shot vertically, so it's made to be viewed on your cell phone, just like social media, vertical. And I don't know why everything went vertical on us. It's kind of annoying. But anyways, for so many years, we tried to get everybody to turn their phone sideways because we're HD, we're 16 by 9, and everyone's like, nope, we're going to go 9 by 16. Whatever. Anyways, check out Witcher's 1 minute weather. Again, it's a great, just quick check on the forecast, and it only lasts 1 minute, no more. Pretty good stuff right there. All right. What else we got going on here this morning on the chat? I am just chatting right along. Oh, yeah. Julie says, oh, and the app is free, by the way. The app is free. Hey, now, Chris. Oh, hey, now. Let's pray for some rain, says Katrina. I want you to do the rain dance. You can pray all day long, but I want to see a rain dance. Those seem to help. Your son's in Houston and got all kinds of damage. Yeah, roofs off of some of the horse barns. There were lots of power outages, folks without water. I mean, it wreaked some havoc, that's for sure. It's currently 71 degrees in Alexandria, Tennessee. Nice. Good morning, Sharon. How are you this morning? Right. We don't want to be cloud seeding. They do that sometimes. They tried to do that for snow in Colorado. Problem when you do that is you take moisture away from somebody else. We got to let nature do what nature's going to do. Nature will take care of herself. Mother Nature is very good at taking care of herself, just like our bodies are very good at healing themselves, you know? They say, like, listen, if you smoked for years, your lungs can actually heal themselves fairly quickly as soon as you stop smoking. That's how amazing our bodies is. We cut ourselves, it heals, right? I think we just need to let Mother Nature do what she's going to do, and we just have to contend with it. We live here. She invited us to live here on her earth. We should just let her do what she's going to do. I'm just saying. Those are just my 2 cents. That's why weather, it's like you can't complain about the weather. You got to just embrace it for what it is. And if you get a bad storm, just got to embrace it for what it is. We're going to have to clean up and we move on. Life doesn't stop ticking, right? So we just got to pick it up and move right along and deal with those emotions. All right, maybe curse a little bit, punch a wall, whatever, get angry, scream. You know what they say? And actually, I did learn this when my oldest kid was a baby. He was colicky. He was very, very difficult. Just cried all the time. We could not shut him up. It was a very tough several years on the Witchers. And I was working the morning show, and I was just extremely tired all the time, which doesn't help, especially when you have a kid. But every once in a while, you had to say, like, okay, wife, take the kid. I got to get out of here. But one of the doctors told us one time, he said, just go outside, away from the kids, and just scream as loud as you can. And it releases endorphins to kind of, okay, I feel a little bit better. We also had a doctor tell us because my kid had some sensory issues, still does a little bit, but I think he's grown out of a lot of them from what he used to have. I mean, the wind would blow, he hated it. Clothes, forget about it. Hated wearing clothes. They bothered him. Tags and socks and shoes and shirts and pants and shorts and whatever it may be. But one of the therapists that we talked to sometimes said, take your hands like this and just squeeze as hard as you can for 10 seconds. Let go, and then do it again, and you'll feel your body just kind of relax a little bit. Little tips and tricks, I guess, that I've learned from people over the years. I don't know. It works. I've had to go out into the garage or go outside and just scream just to release that frustration and the tiredness that you are. I mean, you know how it is when you have kids. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Trying to learn some Puerto Rican Spanish. I don't know how that's different from, I'm sure a different dialect, of course, but how that is different from Either Spanish? Is it just dialect? Is it slang? Is it totally different? I don't know. I know a poquito español. Poquito. That's all I know. Jorge would be proud of me. Jorge joins us on here every once in a while. I am doing the Granger County Tomato Festival, so I will be broadcasting out at the Granger County Tomato Festival. That is going to be, it looks like on, let me tell you, Saturday, July 20th. I will be broadcasting from the Granger County Tomato Festival. Whew, that's a tough job in this kind of heat. Extra breaks, extra water, extra sunscreen and shade. Remember, the UV index is going to be on the high side, although we'll have a bit more cloud coverage, I think, throughout the day today than what we had yesterday. What's up, Buck? How are you, my friend? Taking grandsons to Williamsburg Water Park. I've heard that's actually really a good water park. Beside crazy heat and thunderstorms this afternoon, thanks, Buck. You're welcome, Buck. Drive safe and have a great day. Have a great day, Michelle. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Britt Floyd at Tennessee Theater tonight. What kind of music is Britt Floyd? Not quite sure. Kat's got dimples. I'm behind now. Chris has got dimples. Chris is dimpleless. Cody likes sugar cookies. No sugar cookies for you. Well, no, you should not. You're diabetic. Take care of yourself, right? You're not going to the tomato festival? Oh, you're planning on going, but you're not going to be participating. Peanut butter cookies are really good, aren't they, Cheryl? I don't even like peanut butter, but I actually do like peanut butter cookies. Is that weird? Is that weird? Oh, there we go. Forks of the River Meads Quarry is the Sunflower Celebration, and then Circus Under the Moon starts at 5 o'clock at Imes Nature Center. That's going to be really cool. So if you're looking for something to do, want to go check out the circus at Imes, should be pretty cool. Have a great day, Tammy. I sure hope you enjoy it. I am going to Yeehaw tomorrow night. Sorry if I'm a little behind on the chat. Just chit-chatting away. And, oh, there we go. Everyone's saying hi, Joe. Yo, Joe. Hi, Joe. You better watch what you wish for, Brent. That's what your wife said. Says, come on down anytime. If my college kid's not here, nobody else is here. Somebody might as well enjoy the pool. I don't know. It's always weird going to somebody else's pool. Even when my neighbor was out of town and she totally invited me to go to the pool, I just think going to somebody else's house and in their backyard is like, okay, well, I don't know what is that? What is that feeling? I don't know. You love the shirt. Nice. Nice. You wear your shirt all the time, Kat? Sweet. Hasta la vista, baby. Oh, you do you? Welcome. Welcome to the shirt club. We'll get new ones. We'll get some new ones coming soon. You do. You do need an umbrella. They're very, very large. I actually have them sitting back here in the studio, but I don't really use an umbrella very often. Sometimes a rain jacket. I mean, my hair's going to get wet either way. Who cares? Tammy's like, it's a very large umbrella. All right, Katrina, have a great day. What else we got going on here this morning? Everybody else? I'll see you there. Tomato night. Tomato night or tomorrow night? Which one is it, Kimberly? Tomato night or tomorrow night? Have a great day, Kat. See you, Debbie. Have a great day. Have a great day, Pat, as well. Yeah, that's right. Like Buenos Dias is Bueno Dia. Okay, so a little bit of a different dialect. All right, I'll see you at the Tomato Festival. Later, Brian. Have a great day. Thanks for the photo this morning, bud. I sure hope you enjoy your day. All right, everyone's starting to leave. It is now 7:45, and we will cue the music and wrap things up here this morning. I don't think that's going to be too loud. Is that too loud? Maybe not. It's pretty quiet music. Turn up the volume just a little bit. All right, we sure hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to Wake Up with Witcher here this morning. Again, we broadcast Monday through Friday, 7 days a week. 5 days a week. 5 days a week. If you're just now chiming in, I'll send you back to the 24-hour weather channel, which will give you a full weather forecast from yours truly. If you missed any sort of the forecast and you want to get the latest on that, so I'll keep you posted on that. In the meantime, we sure hope you have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. And what other kind of Witcher's adventures am I going to get into today? God only knows, my friends. God only knows. See you back here tomorrow morning. Have a
You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
Good morning. Have a great day, everybody. It's going to be another hot and muggy day. Actually, today's going to be just a little bit hotter than yesterday, just shy of heat advisory criteria, but still another hot day. So we made it to 96 degrees yesterday. So maybe not even necessarily hotter, but it's going to have a hotter feel to the air thanks to the humidity starting to pick back up. 92 degrees in Crossville, 100 degrees was a high temperature yesterday in Chattanooga. They only picked up 1/100 of an inch of rain. However, just outside of Chattanooga, they picked up a lot more than that. Let's talk about it because we picked up anywhere from 8,500s in Cleveland, less than that in Tellico Plains, but the heaviest rain was near Ducktown, down into parts of Polk County. So definitely a late night shower and thunderstorms that rolled on through the Southern Valley right around 10 o'clock last night. So the forecast for the day today, hot and muggy with a few afternoon showers possible. The heat will be with us through, well, today and tomorrow. Then we'll start to get a little bit of a break thanks to that drier air settling on in. And we're still talking about a few showers and thunderstorms, but unfortunately, it just doesn't look like it's going to add up to a whole lot over the next 5 to 7 days. I'll explain details coming up in just a moment. I wanted to show you the severe weather outlook in case you have any travel plans. I'll show you the big picture as well. But just outside of Fentress County, we do have a level 1 risk for some isolated strong thunderstorms, and that's associated with Beryl. That continues to swing its way to our north and northwest. So from now through noon, clouds will start to build. There's a couple of spotty showers. So again, we may see a few showers and a few thunderstorms throughout the day today. Much needed rain, no doubt about it. But I don't necessarily think that we're going to get a ton of rain. And no drought busting rain by any stretch of the imagination. So it is going to be hot and muggy. Now, the reason why we may not have a heat advisory today is because of the cloud coverage. It may limit our heating for the day, but dew points do come up a little bit more today than what we saw yesterday. So that air that you can wear is definitely going to be on top of us for sure. So you can clearly see throughout the day today by 7 o'clock tonight, some of us have a chance for rain, not all of us, but hopefully you get a little bit because we need it terribly bad. 91 degrees expected by the lunchtime. Clouds will continue to fill on in. Highs today back in the low to mid 90s, but higher humidity pushes our heat index values back into the low 100s. So again, just shy of heat advisory criteria. Again, thanks to the clouds and the threat for some, the opportunity, I should say, for some rain showers. Even by 6 o'clock, the heat index values could be right around 102, feeling like 99 by 8, and by 10 o'clock, still feeling like 91 degrees. But there is relief on the way, and the reason why? Beryl. Beryl's a tropical depression right now, continuing to slide its way up into the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes area, so staying far to our west. Let's talk about the severe weather potential. Again, if you have travel plans, the greatest risk for some strong to severe thunderstorms associated with Beryl will be across parts of Indiana into Kentucky and West Tennessee. So that's associated with this system. Again, tropical depression, Beryl that continues to work its way to the north and northeast. So we'll see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, but they really just kind of weaken as they move their way into our area. The cold front's going to come on through as we get into the day tomorrow. And so with that, back behind Beryl, we'll get that northwesterly wind to set up shop, westerly, northwesterly anyways, and that's going to bring us the drier air. So when you look at rainfall amounts, pretty lackluster for today and tomorrow across the East Tennessee and much of the Tennessee Valley anyways. Heaviest rain is going to be to our north and west. Now, the storm system will also bring us some wind. So there's Beryl, right? Watch as it tracks its way to the north. Watch the wind field increase around the region. So if you have travel plans east and west on Interstate 40 throughout the day today, it's going to be a little bit on the bumpier side for sure. Heaviest winds or strongest winds will stay across the center of circulation of Beryl, but over the next couple of days, expect some breezy winds, and then the winds will shift from the southwest to the west-northwest back behind the cold front, and that's what ushers in the drier air. So drier air. The air starts to dry out, I should say, all the way through Thursday and Friday, making it feel just a little bit more comfortable. And the dew points start to climb a little bit as we get into the upcoming weekend. So when you add that to the temperatures, heat index values near heat advisory criteria today, we'll shut down those heat index values tomorrow and for the most part on Thursday. But notice the heat index values start to creep back in as we get into our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yes, it's going to be another hot, muggy summer July weekend here around East Tennessee. Now let's talk those rain chances again. Elevated rain chances throughout the day today, but not much in the form of rain over the next 5 to 7 days, really. So it's just not going to pile up a whole lot. Temperature-wise, we're going to be in the mid-90s today, down to the upper 80s as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday. So a break from the extreme heat, but then the extreme heat starts to build its way back in through the weekend and into the start of next week. Low temperatures will be pretty nice. We'll be right there in the upper 60s to low 70s. So don't forget to stay on top of the weather forecast and the current conditions every single day. Download the East Tennessee Weather app. It's 100% free. Just go to the Google Play Store or the App Store and search East TN Weather. As the storms fire up today, interactive radar is amazing. Gives you current, past, and future radar of 2 hours. Current conditions, of course, and access to your daily forecast weather updates. So it's everything you need for East Tennessee weather, but it also travels where you go. And let's talk rain again just for a moment because I want to paint a good picture that the National Weather Service and the Climate Prediction Center is talking about the rapid onset of drought conditions over the next couple of weeks. The drought will continue to worsen around the Tennessee Valley and East Tennessee. So over the next 3 days, not much rainfall. Over the next 5 days, again, not much rain. And over the next 7 days, again, not much rain in the forecast. I know everything's starting to look brown out there. The drought continues to worsen. So we'll definitely keep you posted on that. Do a little bit of a rain dance, if you will. Maybe that will help get a little bit of rain throughout the day today. All right. Have a great day. Your next weather update's coming up today at noon. See you then.